Luc Anthony here at WEAU. I'm in the one of the edit bays, and we're talking with Andrew Felix, who is the promotion director at WEAU, and he's responsible for a lot of the kind of the dressing, if you will, that you see on 13. And for example, the holiday greeting, the big Christmas greeting.
That's right.
Now we're talking about it this year, as opposed to like I mean, you guys have been doing it for 2 decades, I think.
Yeah, the holiday greetings, the employee holiday greetings have been part of our tradition for a long time. There was a 3 or 4 year gap where we didn't do them, but we brought them back in like '07. We've been doing them pretty consistently, and so yeah, there's probably about a 20-year span of holiday greetings.
Right, yeah, so you'd be seeing those, and everybody who works here is part of it. My dad, the late John Hoffman, would be in it. He'd usually be the one guy who'd just be like, and that's all he'd do. But it's been on for forever. But this year, you guys decided to do something a little different.
Yep. Well, it wasn't even really my idea. What happened was the Today Show had done what they called Today Goes Viral lip sync video, and then people were talking about it in the building here, and I hadn't really even seen it yet, and people were like, oh, we should have our Christmas video, and I kind of blew them off a little bit. I was like, yeah, whatever, okay. I didn't even know what they were talking about. And then later on in that afternoon, after it had premiered on the Today Show, I looked it up online just out of curiosity, and I watched it, and I was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. They moved, and their video was 4 minutes long. They covered a lot of territory, a lot of groundwork, and they moved with a Steadicam through their pretty much the entire NBC News facility in New York. And I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. And I was like, that'd be quite an undertaking to do. It reminded me of The Office. The season premiere of The Office did a very similar thing, but The Office, being that it's a more scripted show, was still one shot, but I'm sure they did multiple takes on it. Right. And so we kind of toyed around with it and thought about it. And as we kept going through the day, I just kept thinking of different ideas of things that we could do. You know, we have Jolene here, for example, is one of our assistants, and right away I was like, yeah, we could have her making cookies. I don't know why, but it just seemed to fit, and you know, it just seemed to tie in with the Christmas greetings. So we put it to a vote. We did a station-wide vote on whether or not we should do this.
Democratic.
Well, because you know, some people don't like change as much. And we decided, you know, this is our tradition. We do our normal greetings, and that involves every single person who works here. So we don't want to just make it 2 or 3 people just changing the whole thing. So we did a station-wide vote. We had little slips in the break room over the course of 2 or 3 days. People could vote on it, and over twice the vote was toward. It was like maybe 29 to 11 or something like that was the final result of it to do this way. So we put it together, and Keith, who works with me, we kind of plotted out where people would be. We got a lot of ideas from the staff here on where they should be, and Keith and I kind of planned out how we were going to go through the building. You know, we plotted from beginning to end. We wanted to do it in 2 minutes. We picked the song, because we only have so much that we are licensed to use, so we had to find a song that we could legally use, and we wanted it to be holidays related. That's how we ended up with the Jingle Bells. And we kind of plotted the beginning and the end and how we were going to move through the rooms, and then we just started plucking people and putting them in their place. We did a day of rehearsal, kind of, where we kind of just showed people what they'd be doing, and we got a lot of input from people then, too, on what they thought they could do to kind of make it better or do something different or whatever, and we kind of just ran through it so people could kind of understand the concept, because there were some people that just didn't quite understand what we were doing, didn't understand why we couldn't edit it, and so on. And then about a week later, we planned a taping day. We did a separate rehearsal day and a taping day, and it took a lot of work to get everyone here all at the same time.
Right, yeah, everybody, the overnight people were there.
Right, yeah, this is a 24-hour operation, so we have people who work at 5 in the morning and get done at noon. We have people who don't come in until 2, so we had to kind of get it in the middle there. It is hard to get everyone together.
Right.
So we had very good staff participation.
Okay, so when we come, that's part 1. In part 2 of this video blog, we'll explain, A, how they all managed to get all together at the very end, after going through the entire building, and we're going to provide running commentary. So that'll be up in just a moment.